I knew the risks of standing up in this cultural moment, and I'd do it all over again. Second, do not let this violence divide us further. The enemy wants chaos, fear, and retaliation. Don't give it to them. Instead, double down on truth. Double down on courage. Double down on your faith and on your families. That is how you honor me. Third, remember this. America is worth it. Free speech is worth it. Fighting for the unborn, for families, for sanity in a culture gone mad, it is all worth it. So dry your tears, pick up your cross, and get back in the fight. Do it with joy, do it with strength, and never ever let evil think it won.
Alright, I feel sick as a doggy dog. Snoop doggy dog. But so many things I wanted to say about this. I'm just over it. I feel like the whole world has shifted and tilted to a whole nother weird excess. Charlie Kirk, as you know, it's hard for me to decide if it's legitimate or not. In other words, sometimes I feel like it's real, sometimes I feel like it's not. And it's kind of weird to feel like that about a person you never met before. I get that. But I legitimately, and I said this before I even heard it from many other people, so I don't feel as dumb for saying it now. But I feel like I lost a member of the family. Only not that I was like, you know, close to, but not so close to. I never met the man, obviously. I'm just a little peon, a little normie, right? But he, alongside a couple other creators, pointed me in the direction of opening my eyeballs of the woke and actually legitimately being awake. Did I agree with everything that he said? No. But I don't agree with everybody on everything anyhow. I mean, who does that? Unless you're told to do that. You know, like they do. I'm not going to get into what it was that I agreed with or disagreed with, because that's actually, if you have half a brain, completely irrelevant to the fact, right? Who gives a shit what we agreed on or what we didn't agree on? It doesn't matter. It really don't. Also, never once did I had the idea that he should, for the parts that I didn't agree on. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Biden, Destiny, Withers, Harry. I think they're all, the Withers and Harry are two different people. I'm pretty sure they are. Anyway, they are all equally unhinged, and they don't align with, as you notice, 90% of America, 98% of America. Destiny, I guess, was allegedly accused of doing the old diddly, right? You don't see anybody on the Republican side trying to take him out, do you? Nope. Because it's not what we do. Not at all. I just don't understand why half of these people just can't wrap their head around common sense. Why they jump straight to violence. Well, we don't. We don't give a we don't. It's not our shtick. We talk, like Charlie did. Charlie talked. Charlie convinced. Charlie educated. And then Charlie went home to his wife and his son and his daughter and went to sleep and woke up and did it all over again. That's what Charlie was. You didn't agree with him, you walk away. Simple as that. That's what most people did. But unfortunately, anyway, killed him because he didn't agree with you. Killed him because you listened to the news and you listened to the ignorance and you listened to the lies and the evil. I saw a couple weeks ago, I saw a video of a guy condemning Donald Trump, President Trump, let me say, of talking down to kids in school, saying that they were destined to be thugs and lawbreakers, etc., etc. I don't know verbatim. It was It was pretty fucked up in that context. It took me 5-10 seconds to find out really what he said. What he really said was about the people that got arrested in DC, all the criminals there, not kids at all. But the governor or mayor or whatever have you of Baltimore cut it up, edited it, I can't say it, twisted it up to make it look like the president said it in a vulgar sort of fashion, right? Suckers and losers, they keep trying to bring that shit up. The whole January 6th thing, they try to bring that up when the only person that got hurt was a Trump supporter, you know. But what my point I'm trying to get at is here, like, is think for yourself. Stop thinking and listening to what the fucking bullshit you hear on the fucking interwebs and all the lies. Stop. If you want to claim to have some sort of intelligence, have some sort of brain and common sense, then do the research. I implore you. I beg you. Because it's that nonsense, the bullcrap, the lies, and Nazi this and fascist that. Here, fascist catch. That's what was on the bullet. Where do you hear the word fascist the most? Democrats. Anybody on a Democrat media, MSDNC, right? That's where you hear that crap the most. And it was just literally repeated onto a shell casing, on a bullet that was probably meant for Charlie had the first one been unsuccessful. The first one was very successful. That is definitely not a success that I would like to congratulate. That hurt, man. It really did. Like, I looked up to him. But anyway, don't listen to the BS. Do some research. Stop being a sheep. And I'm not talking crap. I'm not talking down on you. That's another thing you guys do to us. You either talk down, call names, start violence, or quit, give up, and walk away. You never want to have a conversation. Stop. Breathe. Listen. That's all you got to do. It's that simple. And pay attention. Learn. Again, critical thinking. Think for yourself. That's all it takes. Use your brain. Do you feel the peace? Has anybody called and warned you about potential riots, potential looting, fire? Have you heard any of that? No. And you won't. Not even kind of will you hear that. No riots, no looting, no fires, no bombing, no fighting. In fact, as typical per usual, on the day of his death, you got people going into the visuals for Charlie and talking crap. Want to know the interesting part of him talking crap about that whole incident? The whole time he's in there talking crap. He's safe. He's safe. Why? Because he was talking crap to Republicans, to the righties. He was safe because he knew he was safe. He went in there because he knew nothing would happen to him. No way in hell this will reverse just the same. Would we be able to do any of that? Go up there and be like, F so and so, F this and F that. We wouldn't make it out alive. All by ourselves going in there. Dude, that would be insanity. That's suicide, bro. Suicide for a conservative, for a Republican. Suicide. But that, that goes along with everything else. They're allowed to talk shit about this person, talk crap about that person, talk down to this person, talk down to that, violate this person, violate that person. You know what I hate about white people? As soon as I go into a store, all these white motherfuckers just staring at me, wanting to mind their own business and shit. Man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. You imagine Can you imagine? Man, look at all these black motherfuckers over here just staring at me like I ain't gonna steal something. Like I'm really fucking it. They look like they stop looking at me. What is he then? KKK, racist, Nazi, fascist, blah, 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 blah. Right? Immediately. I'll go as far as to say is, I don't know who that black guy is, but he's looking at me. As mild as that. Racist, Nazi. Like, open your freaking eyes! It's freaking annoying! I can't stand it no more. This is the end, this is it. You guys gotta chill. Take a nap. I don't care. Do what you gotta do to calm your nerves, man. Do what you gotta do to open your brain, man. And pay attention. Pay attention. That's all I had to do. Okay, let me go here. Let me go right here, okay? When a couple years ago, you know, right, let me see. When I found out Trump was running, oh no, wait, nope, let me go here. When Biden and Trump were running, I voted for, well, I don't vote, but if I could have, I would have voted for Biden, right? And people would say, why? No, Trump is better. You know, everybody around me, and I'm like, no. And they're like, why? And I'm like, well, that's because that's what they tell me. That's what I hear. I hear he does this, I hear he does that, I hear he does this, and I hear he does that. Trump is this, Trump is that. That's what I hear. And I had no evidence, I had no proof, no nothing. It's just what I hear, you know. So then he loses, and then Biden wins. Biden's president. Biden destroys the shit out of America. Biden lets millions of illegals live and all that nonsense. And I'm seeing this, and I'm watching him sniff kids' hair. Nobody says nothing. We got the riots. Nobody does nothing. It's okay, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on here? This is just, you know, something ain't right. Gas prices are going up like crazy. And then I see stickers on the gas pumps that say Biden did this. I'm like, what the hell? You know, and then I'm like, okay. So I start researching it, and I start paying attention, and that's when I start seeing it. And the biggest thing for me was the hypocrisy. That was bullshit, dude. It was always okay for you to do this, but not for us to do this, right? Or the demanding for us to change the way we talk to people. You must respect my pronouns, bitch. I mean, I would have respected the pronouns, but what got me a little annoyed with the whole pronoun thing was that it was like you expected a person that has never met you a day in their life to automatically know instantly what you prefer to be called. And if they didn't call you that preferred whatever, they were immediately a piece of shit. How do you expect people, unless you're wearing a sign or a name tag, to know what the hell you want to be called? You can't. Again, no logic, no common sense. That's just one, you know, like, well, how? And the girls in the schools, or the trans girls in the schools, etc., I did not agree with that whatsoever. That made zero sense to me. Because little girls are losing their titles, little girls are losing their privacy, little girls are losing their trophies, their positions. It's just, it doesn't make sense. You want to play in sports? Start a league. Or a fucking, whatever it is called. I don't know. But do your own thing. As long as you guys were doing your own thing, I didn't care, it didn't bother me. Whatever. Live your life. Do you. Boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? That's just one of many things. I just couldn't do it. And then Charlie Kirk comes around. And I start learning all this stuff from him. And one thing that drove me nuts is he would, minus spelling it out for you, would have proof, facts, statistics right in front of you, bend it 17,000 different ways for you to get you to understand whatever fact he was trying to get you to understand, and you would hear none of it. They would hear none of it. I don't know who I'm talking to, them or they, or they. Ooh, you hear that? They, them. Oh. But they wouldn't hear shit. They would hear whatever their thought was on their mind, and nothing else mattered to them. You were wrong. They were right. Case closed. Shut your mouth. That's the end of it. But little bit by little bit, Charlie mother-loving Kirk, the absolute GOAT of debaters, slowly but surely, I know I said that all messed up and I don't care, give a fuck, was changing the minds of young students, kids, was changing the minds of young students, little bit by little bit, to the point where he had crowds as big as Trump. Huge. From here to there, they're everywhere. Right? It's amazing. So, like, I would say the ratio of students that wanted him and didn't want him there was ginormously different. They started to love him. He started off with like 15, 20 people, up to thousands. The world fell in love with that man. And he was effective. And they knew that. And that's why they took him. They couldn't have somebody out there effectively destroying the Democratic Party, picking it apart piece by piece every day, to where they'll have no power left. But they think they just destroyed the rest of their power that they might have even had. The rest of their respect, the rest of anything they might have remotely, smidgenly had. Gone. Nobody gives a damn about them anymore. They can all rot in a little office together, sing Kumbaya, and just hang out. Because I want no part of them. Many Democrats don't want no part of them. They're all leaving, as am I. Well, I've already left. I opened my eyes. There will be many like Charlie Kirk, but no. Fucking kids. Anyway, there will be many people that want to be like him, but they will never be anybody like him. And that actually kind of scares me, you know. Again, he was effective, but we are now Charlie. He did not die in vain. We won't allow him to have died in vain. Uh-oh, they're going to Pompo. Too much murder. We got this. I think that action alone, just without anybody having to do any kind of retaliation or anything, that action alone effectively killed their party. That's what I believe, wholeheartedly. I think they're done. Thank you, God. And with all that said, it's gonna suck, but rest in power, and I'm out.